My name is Matej Harangozo. I'm the Chief Innovation Officer of greeNEWit, responsible for a lot of our innovation, technology, and digital communication.
I'm Jannati, co-founder and Chief Communicating Officer at greeNEWit, and I focus on relationships and company culture.
I'm Josh Notes, co-founder and managing partner here at greeNEWit, and I focus on the operations of the business as well as our strategic partnerships and how those play into the future of our business.
greeNEWit is a energy and water efficiency consultant that takes people from where they are to where we know they can be, and in that process we also evaluate if we can take them to a net zero standard or a net positive standard in terms of electricity, water, and food. I think the problem that greeNEWit's solving is one of, finite resources, of resiliency in terms of infrastructure, of power, electricity, water, food, and what we're doing is we're kind of acting like a translator between the clean tech industry, the finance industry, the health industry, and then kind of the residential and the commercial marketplace. Because a lot of times people know they should do something, but they don't know what to do. And then when you drop an encyclopedia-sized, informational, document on their desk, it's not their core competency to go through that. So I think what we do is we tease out the pertinent information and we translate it in a way so that the residential commercial industry can reduce cost, increase resiliency, increase community development opportunities. So I think we're kind of a translator in that sense.
I like to look at it as systems integration, but finance, real estate, and grid is where it intersects. And then most importantly is the community, because we're not just selling buildings power, we're selling the people that are in those buildings that power and helping them reduce those natural resources that they know, yeah, we shouldn't waste it, but how? And then I think the other problem that maybe is a little hairier is that we're unwinding 60, 70 years of building practices that haven't been of the highest standard. We build in building booms in this country. We build fast, we build big, and we build with a bunch of subcontractors that don't communicate well. So we're taking those buildings that were put together in that manner, taking them apart, looking at how can we put them back together cost effectively so that they can operate more efficiently, and basing our value off of that, not just what's this real estate worth on a comp value.
Right, and I would say, simply put, the problem that greeNEWit is trying to solve is how to make it a no-brainer to any real estate operator, residential, commercial, later down the line even industrial, to realize that energy is a big piece of how their building operates. It's a piece of the animal, if the building is the animal, that helping owners realize that it's not just the mortgage, but the energy costs matter, and maybe they should think of it in a different way altogether.
There's certainly opportunities. We work with developers on building things the right way in certain circumstances, but we believe fundamentally there is so much existing real estate that needs to get overhauled that's already there, that going and trying to convincing a general contractor to alter or change their construction process, is that a battle we want to engage with, or do we work with existing customers who own thousands and thousands of properties across the country? Where are we going to get a better impact?
To kind of piggy on that and say where are we headed, I think they're doing Energy Star and residential, but are they building to resiliency? What happens when Sandy, Storm, XYZ comes along? How's that building doing now? Yes, it has natural light. Yes, it has high efficient LEDs, but the basement's flooding. The sump pump doesn't have a backup. It's not that useful as a building. So I think we're seeing solar combined with storage and fuel cells as really a bridge to that future, and we do want to sell that into new builds, but we want conscious developers that are interested in that and see the value of sustainability and resiliency rather than us trying to go out there and knock down doors.
In a way, government does have a role to play in it, especially policy, because the United States energy efficiency industry is so fragmented. In the way, I was just on a skiing trip, met a builder that dealt with mixed use, commercial at the bottom, multifamily, 4 stories at the top. And he wasn't so attracted to energy efficiency retrofits or systems in the building from the startup because it wasn't financially feasible from the way he was used to doing it. But also in the region that he operated in, the policy didn't really push for it. So I think the combination of the two can help, spur this industry. I think that's what helped us as greeNEWit in Maryland as well, being close to almost next to experimental grounds for the energy efficiency industry as it kind of originated, at least to us 10 years ago or so.